Every single day, your boy RoBuilder gets a DM, something along the lines of, hey, fix my game, fix my builds, script me an entire game. Meanwhile, my name is RoBuilder, emphasis on the build. Anyways, I get a lot of DMs from a lot of you guys asking for help, and today, since I had no other video ideas and I have a beautiful motorcycle in my room, I thought it would be a great idea to go ahead and do it. Now, I will say, this start we have is not much. So this room here is called the Secret Dealer Home, and it's not great. Also, there was a lot more builds than just this, but these are the only two that he needed me to fix, okay? AKA the ones he didn't have ideas for. But this is a secret dealer home. I'm thinking like, secret dealer, is it a black market dealer, a magical dealer? I'm gonna have to ask for some more details on that one. And then this is just a spin the wheel, which I would imagine your camera gets teleported to it, not the player, since there's no spot to stand. If they both only have your camera getting teleported, I really only need to decorate 2 to 3 walls. But we're going to start with the spin the wheel because I think it's going to be quite the easiest, all right? So let's grab this wheel. And they had some good ideas. And by that, I mean they put the circle lights around it. That's about the only good idea that I saw from that one. For our spin the wheel, let's go ahead. We're going to put it back here. And I don't know if we're going to make... Do we want to make it a whole room? No. UI's getting teleported here. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to scrap all of the... Well, maybe they want the checkerboard texture. Maybe they want that. But since it's just your UI getting teleported, we're not going to make it that big. We're going to make ourselves one wall. I'm going to put this one in the middle. Can make that quite a bit thinner. And of course, we're going to take this texture off of it because, yo, we don't need to be causing any extra lag within the game. Now what we're going to do is make some sort of a design on just this one wall. All right, so I'm thinking some sort of a design like this. Not too bad. We definitely still want to have lights though, something to resemble that game show vibe. And I think I'm going to do it kind of the same way. So let's go ahead, group this as one object because we're going to be using Archimedes to add in a nice swirl here. And then let's go ahead and put in some cylinder lights. Shrink that down. Let's turn it as well. And I want to make sure that these are centered so when we copy and paste everything, it's not going to look ridiculously silly. We're going to go a little bit out, maybe here and here. All of these are going to be neon. Go ahead and name them light as well, just so we don't forget later on. Let's put some on the bottom too. Not bad. And then I want to do some sort of like maybe a beam or something on the wall, but I'm not exactly sure yet because it's going to be circular, so I don't really know what I could do. For now, we're going to add in another layer on this wall, and this is just going to be an even lighter blue. Now we're going to grab this. It is in the center, and we're just going Archimedes. I think this is going to be the best way through this whole thing. I think we're going to put the angle at 10 because it just seems good. Render, render, render. We forgot our lights. Let's group that together once again. Move it again. There we go. Render, render, render. I think 3 on each side is good. Render, render, render. There we go. And now we're going to put our... Oh, this is already sick. Because there's a light on the wheel. I didn't even know that. So this is already a better roll room, especially since it's just our UI getting teleported. Let's use this again as the ceiling. I think that'll work out pretty good for us. Make sure it's on top of this. And if it's our UI... Bro, that already feels pretty nice. I don't think the texture for the checkerboard is that great anymore. And I also feel like we could put some sort of a texture on this back wall. Oh, bro, I have some good ideas here. Add easy texture by Robo. Let's go to basic. We don't want anything too loud. I'm thinking this might work. Let's go ahead and apply it and let's check it out. It might, with a little bit of editing. We also only need it on the back. So let's delete all those extra ones, guys. That's one thing a lot of people forget to do. Trust and belief. The less textures you're using, the better. Really, the less of everything you're using, the better. I think I want to put this at like 0.98. Just barely visible. And then let's put it on the rest of these. I'm not going to put it on the last ones because you can't see those in the frame anyways. It depends how far their programmer wants to put this back. I mean, it could be way back here, but I would imagine it's going to be pretty close, like right up in here. This really doesn't need much more for it to be done, guys. I am going to make a floor thing with lights on it as well. And for that, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use a cylinder. Let's line that up in the middle. There it goes. And let's make it something like this. We're going to copy this dark blue. I'm going to make one more inside of it. And that inner one, where did it go? I think it's here. I'm going to use the lighter blue color. Let's just bring that up just a hair. I don't think the lighter blue is a good call. In fact, I don't think the circle was a good call. I think this looks better. I might not overcomplicate it. We might just call it this for the rolls room. If he wants anything changed, I'm sure he'll let me know, but it looks a lot better than the start. All right, guys, now for what I'm gonna call the hard one. I don't really know what to do here. He did message me back, and his exact words, make something like secret and magical. Now, since this is going to be inside, it can't really be like a fantasy forest build with glowing mushrooms. So I'm thinking like books for some reason, like a library with potions, maybe some particles. I have a couple ideas here. And we're going to keep it true to size. So we just copied the floor from his. And yeah, we're going to just kind of do that, but on our own terms. So first things first, I'm deleting this, and purple, I'll use it as a heavy accent, but it's not going to be the room color because I just think that's a bit silly. I'm thinking a wooden floor, maybe a window. I don't know if a window would work because there's not going to be anything outside of the window. I just keep thinking of like a Minecraft enchanting, like... Oh, let me try to get a little block out done and see if I can have a full idea come to mind. All right, guys. So far, I'm thinking just the bunch of bookcases. We got a fireplace, which I need a texture for. Or else it's just gonna look a bit too basic. Let's go low poly, and let's see, something like this could almost work, like a cobblestone-esque texture. That might be what we're gonna end up going with here if I don't see anything that I like a little bit better. Let's test it out. Let's just click apply. Yeah, I mean, it's a little in the mix between cows and cobblestone. Let's bring this down to like 6, and let's make that a bit darker, something along these lines. That will work for now. I want some sort of a pillar. We're also gonna have to put a texture on these walls, and I want to add a particle coming out of the ground because I made underneath the wood planks neon, and I think it would be cool to have some sort of like, I don't even know what it would be, like just some sort of particles. I guess we'll just keep saying particles. All right, we could put one here. We're gonna have to fix the middle one, but I do think I want to sink the middle one back. Then we'll put one in this corner as well, and we will just level these bookcases a little bit better, so they're a bit more in the middle here. We'll grab all of these, duplicate, rotate them twice, and throw them on the other side. Let's make sure that middle one is lined up though. Perfect. And then we're just gonna have to fix the side ones a little bit. Bookcase a little more centered. There we go. And I still don't know what's happening in this room gameplay wise, because part of me is like, put a cauldron in the middle so a player, if just their camera is getting teleported, will see like a build like this with a cauldron, and then it does something, but I don't know if you're coming here to talk to a black market person or like a magical gnome, so I really couldn't tell you. Let's get a nice particle coming out of the ground. I think a smoke mixed with a sparkle would be like top tier for this build. And then we need some sort of a texture on the walls, and then we're gonna bring in some potions to hopefully liven this place up. And then I think some sort of grass, like bushes coming out of the walls or like a mossy type thing, will really help liven this place up as well. All right, guys, I added in some beams. Now I want to work on this roof because, bro, it's not looking good just yet. We're gonna cut these in, and I want to do some sort of like raptors, but they would come down the other way and then they would interfere with the bookcase. How do I want to do this? I might just have to make them kind of flat since I built everything else kind of flat. All right, let's line those up somewhere like this, and then we'll put some on this side. We could put one across the middle, and we're gonna bring that one down. I think if we ran these, it would add at least a little bit of shape to the roof. Maybe we'll only add them in the middle of the pillars. Definitely added some shape. I also put beams on the walls, so there's a little bit of motion in them. And then we have these, which look okay. Some floating sparkles. I did add smoke to the floor, but I think I turned the transparency a little bit too far down. Let's bring that back just a little bit. There we go. We don't want that to be overbearing or anything like that. And then I think last thing to add would be those bushes, which I'm going to take out of an old project of mine that I never used for anything, so I don't think they'll mind too much. All right, scratch that. I was going to take some of those anime bushes that I made a long time ago, and then I realized, bro, those aren't going to fit the same style at all. So instead, I just got some icospheres, and we are going to kind of stuff them in the corners, something like this, and we're just going to make it look like a little bit of an overgrown area. I think it'll be pretty cool. I should have separated these, though, so I could use them kind of wherever and however I wanted, but I didn't. So here we are, casually making it happen, fellas. All right, let's kind of sink this one. I guess if we make it a little bit smaller, we could really just make it fit in here a lot better. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it is better than when we started. I think I want to put a texture on the walls still, so let's go ahead and run with that one. For some reason, man, I'm thinking like a waffle cone texture. I don't know why. It's really fitting the vibes for your boy right now. Something like this. Oh wait, that's no. I don't want cut corners like that. I want like a proper this. This is the one. Apply. Let's see. Yes, bro. That fits. That's fire. I don't know about this ground just yet. I like the purple coming through, but it doesn't have as good of a neon effect as I want it to, so I'm not sure what to do about that one. Also, I'm really hoping this guy's game has like some like animated guy in here that's like levitating or something, just doing like some weird magic stuff. I think that'd be awesome. But I would say this is a pretty cool magic room, at least for a starter. If they want anything changed, I definitely got them. And then the spin the wheel was very simple, but I do think it works, and I think it looks clean, presentable, fits the vibe, so hopefully they like these. The magic room went from, oh wait, let me not cheat them out of their credit. Let me make sure we have the walls on both sides, all right? The secret dealer home went from this to this. Not bad. And then the wheel place, I deleted the first one. So hopefully you guys remember it. But I think that will wrap it up for today. If you guys did enjoy and want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.